I think experiential travel market can be defined by seeking a transformation that will allow us to better connect with our loved ones or with the world at large. So what is important is that transformational experience or experiential travel market is not about the guest experience only, because we think that guest experience is very much what is in the box. Experiential travel is whatever is outside the box that provide an expectation of transformations and a true engagement of the customer. Recently, we saw that there is a transformational economy which is based on guidance and delivering a transformation of the customer. And for us, it was an important paradigm shift, because what we saw is that the luxury travel market was very much tackling the part of the hardware, which is very much obviously the building itself, the design, and to a certain extent very often the service as well. But there was a need to create something was very different, for something which is staging experience and providing transformations. And there was a need for a clearly distinct marketplace. Also, we thought three different kind of evolutions into consumer demand in terms of travel, which is very particular for the travel market. I think in the 90s, we saw something where the destination was very much the country. People were going to Mauritius or to Dubai or to different destinations. And the term in fashion at the time were very much about seeking escapism. In the year 2000, we saw 10 years of interrupted conceptions of luxury science in goods, but also in travel. That was once again very much defined by the hardware. And what we realized is that for the last 2 years, because obviously we've got a customer base which is obviously a healthier, wealthier, more aware of the environment, that the final destination was no longer the country, was no longer the hotel in itself, no longer the hardware, but becomes very much the experience. And the experience was the price of transformation. Being remarkable is what is key to become successful, because unless you are something which is worth talking about, and if your customer talk to their friends about how amazing the experience that they had with you, you'll be lost. There is plenty of very good hotels. There is very few that are actually remarkable. And to be remarkable, you need to provide more than a whole holistic experience, which was I think what people were talking about 5 or 6 years ago. You need to provide an incredible guest experience, a true engagement, and thinking meaningful experience that will guarantee the transformation of the customers. Today, the hotelier is no longer selling their hotels. They're looking at their hotels as a conduit to transform the customer into a better person, into a more connected person, into a better person toward their loved ones, but also with a person who has stories that he can live, experience, and tell to their friends. Because storytelling in a world which is incredibly commoditized is becoming the stronger social currency. In a world which is increasingly seeking for uncommoditized product and customizations, because the internet and social media are making it available, obviously an organization that federates people united by the difference will be actually a strong leader. And I think that the history of Relais Chateaux makes it a truly authentic and sincere brand, and therefore they should emerge as a very strong leader in this market, and they should be the best equipped to actually lead this transformational economy. I think that today there is a very strong sense of service, very strong sense of staging experiences. Now, I'm glad to hear that there actually new steps have been taken to make sure that Relais Chateaux will be one of the first brands to really step into the transformational economy. And I think that what is important is that probably looking for being even more remarkable. And being more remarkable is to go beyond, for example, being sustainable, but foster conservative behavior, and finding new way for each of the property to find an engagement with the customers and truly meaningful experiences, both within the hotel and outside the hotel. But it's for sure that Relais Chateaux is, as far as I'm concerned, the leading brand in this marketplace.